Hello, my name is Summer. Thank you so much for joining me for another summer session. We're about to get into today's energy, so if you're curious what might be going on, stick around. We're about to get into it. All right, so thank you guys so much for sticking with me, even though I couldn't post last week. I was out of town visiting some family, so if you stuck around, thank you so much. And if not, if you unsubscribe, you lame as fuck for that. Anyways, let's get into it with some Citadel cards. Oh, too many. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I did want to talk about some of the astrology that's going on today. Today, Mercury is retrograding in Cancer. So you can expect some increased sensitivity, miscommunications in relationships, and a strong wave of nostalgia where old friends, exes, or unresolved family dynamics may resurface. So things are going to be kind of heightened within your relationships, within your situations. And because it's Mercury in retrograde, you might even have some effect to your technology, right? So yeah, you might have, it's heavy, Cancer is heavily associated with domesticity, so expect travel delays, appliance malfunctions, and communication mix-ups. So there's going to be a lot of things going on, some emotional conversations that may be taking place, but I always believe that these miscommunications happen so that we can resolve things that haven't been able to be resolved previously. So let's get a Citadel card and see what archetype you're in and what energy is coming up today. Whoa. The Guide, Inheritance, Correction. Okay, let's see how that is going to affect you. I don't think I've gotten this card yet. You're in a situation that isn't ideal, but it's up to you to make the most of it. Holding a grudge against what led you here won't achieve anything. It's time to accept the cards you've been dealt. Once you're on the other side of this, you'll be better placed to reflect on what you've learned from the experience. But for now, it's time to put in some hard work and push through. Okay, yeah, so these hard conversations are going to maybe test you a little bit. And I don't think it's about regretting what led you here. I think it's about accepting the situation and being able to make the best of it. It's interesting because in the background of this card, you see how like water is just flooding through, but the person holding the bell is creating calm, even though this is incredibly overwhelming. So I really feel like the key here is to, whoa, speaking of key, the key here is to find your peace within the chaos. And yeah, emotional tension can bring a lot of chaos, and it can just mix things up a lot. So let's see how this is showing up for you with some traditional tarot and really dive into this. You're welcome to skip ahead if you don't care about the cards coming out. Wow. Whoa. Wow, that's crazy. Whoa, when did the Tower come out? I didn't even see that. Man. Okay, so we're starting off with the Seven of Cups here. So with the Seven of Cups, I feel like there's a need to kind of figure out making a decision and figuring out exactly what you want out of whatever situation or situations that are coming up right now. So I definitely feel like deciding how you want to go about whatever feelings are coming up, whatever situation is arising, there's going to be a need to feel exactly what you want out of the situation before you kind of dive into it, right? And taking a step back and finding some alone time to really ruminate and think about and reflect on these feelings is going to be a huge key to moving forward through this uncomfortable energy in a positive, conducive way. So I definitely feel like you're stepping into a new beginning and learning a lot from this, but as you step into it, it's going to be rough. It's going to be filled with a lot of, it might bring up some past traumas. It might bring up some uncomfortable feelings and a lot of conflict. I definitely feel like it's going to be a moment of heaviness without a doubt. But as you move out of that, you're entering a celebratory phase. So going through this is going to help you in the long run, but it might be incredibly uncomfortable while you're in the thick of it. And yeah, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions flooding in that you thought you had dealt with that has actually been sitting dormant within your body, within your brain. It hasn't been dealt with in the way that you've needed it to. So I definitely feel a lot of motivation to get moving towards this thing. There's going to be an opportunity that arises out of this situation that leads you towards fulfillment in the material world, which is like, family, friends, the house, the dogs, all the things that make us feel fulfilled materially and in the physical realm, not just emotionally, but just, having community around you, things like that. So I really feel like there's a huge opportunity in there for you to really launch yourself to a place that you've been wanting to get to for a while, but things have been blocking you. Whatever this heavy energy is has been blocking your path, and you didn't even maybe realize it before, but it's all coming to the surface now. That's kind of how Mercury retrograde rolls. It's going to bring up some uncomfortable conversations that have been needing to be had, right? And with the Four of Swords, it's going to say, okay, after you get through this, there's a need to kind of take a break and really rest to appreciate what you just went through and process what you just went through. Because if you just kind of roll past this and not really sit with it and understand why it needed to happen and where it's taking you, you might end up going a different direction that is not as helpful. It's not as conscious as it could be. And with consciousness comes awareness and more opportunities, right? Because if you're closed off, you're going to miss a lot of things on your horizon. So there's a need to really sit with whatever just happened after this happens, right? So yeah, with the Page of Swords, you're moving on, you're moving forward. This is giving you a personal power that maybe you didn't have before. I feel like you're feeling different about your life and about where you're going. And although it's full of uncertainty, I feel like you're ready for it. And this is going to lead towards you feeling very content with your path emotionally and content with who you become because of this situation. I'm definitely feeling like this is a necessity. Whatever this conflict is, these uncomfortable feelings of maybe past neglect, past trauma, past heartbreak and conflict, all of this needs to be released right now. So this is happening so that you can release it. And they're really urging you to move forward with this opportunity with peace and patience. I really feel like that needs to be maintained throughout this, without this anxious energy, right? And I think that's why they want you to recenter after all this happens, so that you don't accidentally project some unresolved feelings from this and bring it into your future. This needs to be released, not held on to even more. So allow this tower to fall, because this is an opportunity to redefine and shift some things that needed to be shifted and changed and transformed, right? And this leads to balance. This leads to balance in so many different ways. I just feel like you're going to be able to help people with what you've learned from the situation. You're going to find an inner peace that nobody can touch. I don't know. There's just a strong energy of a balanced give and take between you and your world. And I don't know if it's just because so much soccer is happening, but this is reminding me of the Argentina jersey. I keep seeing Messi everywhere, so maybe that's why. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, there's a need to accept what's going on and just move into the unknown, knowing that all of these illusions being broken it needed to happen. I don't know. There's a need to just accept this path and learn from it. And although it's just been super uncomfortable and weird here, there's going to be a lot of good that comes from this. So yeah, let's use some good tarot to get some confirmational messages about this. Wow, 10 of fire. So this is burning the excess to clear way for the new, which is exactly what's happening with the Fool card being shown before this happens. It's like you're stepping into a new beginning. This is a new era for you, and it's going to feel weird at first, but it's necessary. 5 of Earth. Wow, that is this card. So confirmation there. We'll just switch these. That's crazy. Confirmation on that. Yeah, neglected feelings. But we'll read that card because the good tarot has a lot of positive spins on things. Dang, I just actually saw... Oh, well, I won't pull it. Fortune's Wheel. That's crazy. I saw that in the traditional tarot, but I didn't pull it because it flipped away too fast. All right, let's get one more. 2 of Air. Yeah. And 7 of Earth. All right, let's read 5 of Earth. Okay. Alternative forms of abundance, the illusion of lack, overlooked treasures. All is not as it seems, so this is a time to look again. A change in perception can bring into focus the results I sought, just in a different form than expected. I am called to move away from poverty consciousness and open my eyes to the treasures before me that are suddenly illumined. The illusion of wealth gives way to true abundance. There is no need to fear that the rug will be pulled out from under me. What we draw attention to grows. So I count my blessings and realize I have far more than I thought. I have come far in my quest for building up what I need, and even more opportunities for experiencing abundance await. Yeah, so this is shifting this idea of lack, which is what this is. This is poverty consciousness, feeling neglected, left out in the cold, feeling like nobody cares about you type energy, and realizing that that was just an illusion, and that these illusions hold more weight in our lives than we even think, right? So it's like, say you're looking at this situation with a friend in a very negative way, but it actually has nothing to do with what you're thinking that it does, right? It's just an illusion that things are fucked up or that they're talking shit about you, and they're actually not, you know, they've just been busy or something like that, right? And it's saying, you know what, they're probably just busy, they're probably just doing their thing. I don't need to take that personally. I know that I have wealth within me, and if I need a friend, I can be that friend for myself when somebody else isn't being there for me. I don't have to take it as some personal attack or, you know, even give it any weight, even if they are talking shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like letting go of those negative feelings and finding the positive within them and moving forward without carrying this with you. This is key. Like, look at all this darkness in this card and look at all the growth in this card. It's a huge difference. So I really feel like there's a need to just shift your perspective, and that's what's going to really end everything, right? That's the first step, is shifting your perspective on the situation. And sometimes it takes some conflicting energy to show you that, right? Conflict is good for showing your true intentions and showing you other people's true intentions as well. So I feel like there's a need to look beyond the surface of whatever this situation is and just kind of find the middle ground. Find the truth within it. All right, 2 of Air. I believe this is decisions, but let me double check. Okay, so it's just considering options, you know, stalemate, uncertainty. Time to take a break and consider my options and think about things. There is no need to rush forward. The perfect answer for the highest good will come to me if I take my time and remain in a peaceful state of mind. I definitely feel that with this card as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, after you get through this, having a positive mindset and finding that inner peace is going to be crucial for you actually moving forward, right? This mental moving forward needs to happen before it happens in your physical life as well. So don't fuck this up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a negative Nelly or whatever the hell they say. And be open to positive things along with, you know, negative things. Be open. Because the negativity shows you a lot just as much as positivity helps you. If that makes any sense. I don't know if I said that right, but all right, let's see 7 of Earth. Whoa, opening up to a new strategy, being at a crossroads, a decision to be made. As I reflect on my progress to date and see where I stand, I contemplate whether I want to continue singing the same song or change my tune. I am always free to go back and reimagine what I might co-create. Sorry. If what I manifested does not serve me as I thought it might, I don't have to be afraid to admit it is no longer for me. Whatever I choose to do, I'm not afraid to start over. For I feel assured that spirit will always support my highest good. Yeah, so this is an opportunity. And see, this landing here, me putting this here is no coincidence, because Earth is the pentacles, first of all. And, whoa, patience underneath that with the star. Oh my God, dude, come on. All right, I have to mention that in a second. But Seven of Earth is basically saying, like, don't miss out on this opportunity to move forward and create something new in your life. If you're unsatisfied with something, that is going to be coming up right now. So there's a need to not be mad that it's coming up, because this is an opportunity for you. This is happening for you, not to you. So don't fucking take it so deep, dude. Like, really look at this through a zoomed out lens and say, oh, I see why this is happening to me. After I step out of these intense emotions and I find my inner peace and calmness, it all makes sense and I can move forward. I can ring the bell and start new, right? That's what I'm feeling with this. So if you're going to be, sticking here, you might recycle again. But if you want to break the cycle, if you want to see this as a positive thing, a way for you to finally heal from whatever has been bugging you, it takes patience, time, peace, rest. It takes work to find peace. People think being positive is the easy way. It is not. It is not. I was a person that was always negative. The first thing that pops in my mind is negative, and I had to work to have the first thing be positive. I'm still working on it. It's not easy. This has taken me years and years and years to try to do, and it takes a lot. But don't discount the power of positivity and the power of conflict and what it can turn into. It is a huge game changer. So, man, that's crazy. All right. Let's get some Moonology cards with some little messages. Yeah, meditate and contemplate by Hermit. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. There's a need to really rest and reflect on whatever the situation is so that you can actually address it. A win-win outcome is forecast. A time to give rather than take. So let go of any negativity, because everything is going to work out. I told you that this is going to balance the situation, right? With the scales being here. This is going to balance things out for you. And there's a need to not be so restrictive and disciplined right now. There's a need to step into nourishment and connecting with the earth, with this being a Virgo card. I really feel like you need to, expect powerful change. So, boom. I don't know. It speaks for itself. All right, let's get some guidance messages and see what will help you at this time as we move through this. Definitely meditation. So, what else? Begin writing now. Okay, journal. Yeah, when we're in an emotional time like this, with Mercury being in retrograde in Cancer, there's a need to really get to the bottom of your emotions and not, not think about them until they're exploding out of you. There's a need to get ahead of the wave, right? It's like, what does a surfer do? They're waiting in front of the wave. And then when the wave comes, they're ready to jump up and surf, right? There's a need to prepare yourself emotionally for whatever might come up. So this is a necessity to connect with these emotions. And I feel like this might involve family. I'm getting a family vibe with this being about Cancer specifically, but it could just be like in your relationship too, or a friendship, but because those are family as well. So I guess I didn't need to express that, but write out your feelings. That's a huge one. Like, I feel like I need to do that after this, so definitely listen to that. And I was just thinking about this card. That's crazy. Explore your creative side. So there's a need to express yourself through, outlets, through physical outlets, and sports or, you know, cooking or painting or writing, like whatever it is that helps you express yourself and meditate to the point where you can like really focus on those emotions and transform them and have really good solo conversations with yourself, I feel like it's going to help. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, this was at the bottom of the deck, but I didn't pull it. Get into nature. Grounding yourself is going to help a lot, especially... Wait, oh my God. Isn't there a full moon today? Did I not mention that? Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, there's also a full moon in Capricorn. So grounding yourself is going to be key. And it's interesting because Cancer is the opposite sign of Capricorn. So it's kind of really going to be opposing energies. It's going to be bringing a major mid-year checkpoint for career goals, emotional boundaries, and long-term timelines. So this is like trying to happen. This is like a window of opportunity here. And there's a need to like really listen to what is coming up for you so that you can address this, right? And future energy will... I'm seeing this as like a doorway, right? Are you going to step through this door and face all of these emotions, or are you going to just allow it to overflow and consume you and drown you? This, I don't know. You might want to really step into this, because if you don't, it'll affect you later on. That's basically how this is feeling. Capricorn is highly focused on like legacy, structure, endurance, and it's just going to ask you to take stock of your responsibilities and release pressures that are no longer sustainable. This is like really letting go of any bullshit that you've been telling yourself. With the moon card being on the deck, I really feel like going into this unknown is going to be crucial to transform and learn from these negative energies that have been affecting you deep down. So yeah, there's a need to still stay positive though. With laugh and have fun at the bottom, it's really saying like, yes, this is heavy, but can you handle the heaviness with a positive, lightful attitude? Lightful? Is that even a fucking word? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stick with that. Whatever. It's probably wrong, but I don't care. You know what I mean. Anyways, I really feel like if you are serious about your personal growth, there's a need to lock in right now. So... all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. This was a great reading. I really hope that this helped you. And if you resonated, let me know how in the comments below. If you're interested in more content from me, you're welcome to join my Patreon or reach out for a personal private reading. All of that information is in the description box below. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a good day. Bye.